Hi Pisces, this is your January monthly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my monthly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll get you an advice for the whole month of January. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first one is on new love this month. We have the 7 of Pentacles, clarified by the Magician. We also have the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Cups. In the potential outcome, we have the Fool with the Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Cups, and we have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or pretty much any zodiac sign. This is a general reading. Not only is it a general reading, this right here is proof that manifestation works, Pisces. Yes, it does. It also, this spread could also be called wish granted. Right? We start off with the 7 of Pentacles clarified by the Magician. And we also have the 9 of Cups right next to it. The 7 of Pentacles is a card of waiting. And the Magician, clarifying it, could be Gemini you're dealing with, or the Magician is simply a card of manifestation. So this is, I guess, you manifesting and waiting for it to come to your fruition, right? And yep, here comes the 9 of Cups, which is a card of wish granted, wish come true. Okay, the 9 of Cups is also a card of personal satisfaction and fulfillment, and I think that's the way you're going to be feeling, because you're going to test this theory whether manifestation works or not, and I think you'll be very pleased with the result. Alright? The 9 of Cups in some tarot decks looks like a party. Right? There's literally pictured a table with beverages and food. And other tarot decks, in the 9 of Cups, there's people literally celebrating something. So perhaps this could also be interpreted as you're waiting for some kind of an event or a party, or they are, so they could invite you, or so both of you could go there, and perhaps they know that you're coming and they're planning on starting this situation, starting this conversation with you while both of you are at that event or a party. But for most of you, this, like I said, is wish granted, manifestation working. And here comes the 6 of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Cups. The 6 of Wands is a card of victory, success. It's the way they're coming in and the way you're going to be feeling, right? The 6 of Wands is also a card of somebody who feels good about what they're doing and about what's going on. Somebody who is satisfied with the results. And the Ace of Cups, clarifying it, is all about love. Genuine, authentic love. So yeah, here comes love. In the potential outcome, we have the Fool with the Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Cups, and we also have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. 3 major arcana cards right there. The Fool could be an Aries you're dealing with, but the Fool is just feeling great. It's a card of a brand new beginning. It's a card of somebody who's taken the leap of faith and they feel good about it. They feel like this is the right thing to do. It'll feel like a breath of fresh air for you. The Wheel of Fortune right next to it is also a new beginning card. The Wheel of Fortune is a start of a new cycle card. You could be going somewhere with this person, hopefully towards something serious, right? But the Wheel of Fortune is always good news in my spreads. The 2 of Cups right next to the deck is a soulmate card. There's 2 people in the 2 of Cups. That's you and the person you're going to be dealing with. It's a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of 2 people feeling the same way towards one another. The Sun on the bottom of the deck could be a Leo, but the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Plain and simple. The Sun always talks about success, joy, happiness, feeling on top of the world. And whenever the Fool and the Sun cards come out in the same spread, I always point out the similarities between those 2 cards. In the right upper corner of the Fool card, we have the Sun. And then we have the actual Sun card with the Sun in it. And the gesture of the person in the Fool card and the kid riding the horse in the Sun card. To me personally, that gesture looks identical, and it's a gesture of a very happy individual if you ask me. So you definitely have so much happiness, so much love coming your way at some point in January, Pisces. Yeah, this just looks awesome. You know what? I think I'm gonna end it right here, because otherwise I'll just be repeating myself if I were to keep going. Again, manifestation works, wish granted, love, happiness, taking a leap of faith. An amazing new beginning for you. Really happy for you, Pisces. Congratulations. Pisces, if you'd like to see the extended for this new love spread, the link is in the description box down below. In the extended, I'll do a couple of more spreads, maybe 3 spreads. We'll see how it plays out. We'll definitely take a look at what to expect between you and this person moving forward, and we'll get you an advice for this whole situation. Pisces, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, the spread is for you. We have the Ten of Swords clarified by the Eight of Swords. We have the Page of Swords, then we have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Three of Cups, and we have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is one interesting spread, Pisces, because we start off with the Ten of Swords, which is a card of an ending, an abrupt ending as a matter of fact. And I think what's coming to an end is that Eight of Swords energy. The Eight of Swords is a card of somebody who is stuck, trapped, most likely in your own thoughts, or perhaps these are, I guess, self-inflicting boundaries. Perhaps you've been limiting yourself to something. You've been, I don't know, whatever it is, it's coming to an end. And most likely, this is you taking matters into your own hands, right? And the Page of Swords, the next card over, it could be you doing some kind of a research, or you start looking for things online, you start looking for new things to do. The Page of Swords could be a message. Perhaps it is external to you. For some of you, there could be a message coming in that will kind of release you from that Eight of Swords energy. And the rest is good. The rest of the spread is just, the Wheel of Fortune is the start of a new cycle. Well, this is a new year starting for you. Or perhaps you two deciding to start something new together. The Three of Cups clarifying it. Is a card of a celebration. It's a card of a union. It's a card of just, feeling really good about your life. And the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is a card of a commitment or marriage. For some of you, it could be as simple as if you're just dating your person. Perhaps in January, you will become clear that yes, you're no longer just dating, you're moving towards a commitment, right? Even though we don't have any commitment or marriage cards on the table, I mean, we don't have any proposal cards, we do have a commitment card with that Ten of Pentacles. So perhaps they will kind of clarify it for you in some way. But I think this is, for most of you, like I said, you will start this new year perhaps with some kind of a new year resolution, that you're no longer going to be overthinking. You will be thinking outside the box. You will be exploring new things. Something along those lines. Because this is like a big change from the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups. A big change, like completely opposite polar energies. Alright? I hope that makes sense. But I see you guys having more fun, I guess, in January. Alright? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Pisces, this month. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. Also, keep in mind, we'll have Mercury and Mars in retrograde for most of January. This is when more exes than usual tend to resurface. We have Death, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Tower, clarified by the Four of Cups, and we also have the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with Scorpio, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or whatever their zodiac sign is. I think this person does not belong in your life. I think you should send them back to 2022. So, right? The Knight of Wands could be a fire sign, but the Knight of Wands is a card of a player. This is a card of somebody who is hot and cold, in and out of your life, somebody who is a playboy, playgirl kind of a character. So if you can think of someone like that, that would be the person coming back. It could be a fire sign who is a player. We start off with Death. Death could be a Scorpio you're dealing with, but Death is a card of an ending, right? So yes, this connection did come to an end at some point in the past. However, here they are coming back with that Eight of Cups, the next card that came out, right? But the Tower card is clarified by the Four of Cups. The Tower, you'll just know that it would be a disaster. If you let this person back into your life, it'll just be that same shit show all over again. You just know it. They bring nothing but problems into your life, nothing but destruction into your life. And therefore, with that Four of Cups clarifying the Tower, you're going to say, you know what, thanks, but no thanks. I'm okay without all that crap in my life. And again, you're sending them back to the past where they belong. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Pisces. In January, we have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess, clarified by the Hermit. And we also have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So you will have options, two options. The thing about those two options is one of them could be a new job that will require for you to sit at your desk, to be in the office, work from home, stationary, right? But the other job could be related to travel. Or one of the jobs will be like slow pace, the other job is going to be really fast paced. That's the main difference between the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. I believe those two knights represent those two different offers, right? The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight out of all four knights, and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight out of all four knights. The Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is a card of collaboration. In this case, this will most likely translate into simply, working with people, collaborating, team environment. And at the end, we have the High Priestess, clarified by the Hermit. The High Priestess is simply your intuition. I clarified the High Priestess. I don't usually clarify the High Priestess, but I made an exception for you. Right? I clarified and I was simply asking, so what is the intuition telling? What will intuition possibly tell Pisces? And the Hermit came out. The Hermit could be a Virgo you're dealing with, but the Hermit is also a card of intuition, I guess, because the Hermit is a card of somebody who is going within, doing some soul searching, isolating themselves to think about it. So yeah, take your I think you'll have time to think about it, right? So go within, do some soul searching, and see what's going to be best for you. The slow, quote-unquote, type of a environment, or a really fast-paced, quote-unquote, type of an environment. All right? Cool. Here's the advice for you Pisces for the whole month of January. We have the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Sun, and the Moon on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Leo or perhaps another Pisces. The Moon on the bottom of the deck, that is your major arcana card, Pisces. And I think this is a very straightforward advice. I think the advice is for you, don't be afraid to walk away from situations that are no longer serving you, that are not good for you, or perhaps don't be afraid to reject people who take advantage of you. Perhaps, most of us have people, or some of us have people in our lives who always come to us and ask for yet another favor. And they just keep doing it all over and over again because you'll never say no. So I think in this case, this is the good time for you to say no, right? Don't be afraid to drop burdens. Don't be afraid to not carry all that stuff all those responsibilities and things like that. So let me explain. We got the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of a burden. It's a card of an additional responsibility. It's a card of something that takes a toll on us, something that's really hard for us, right? And the next card that came out is the Eight of Cups. This is you dropping those Ten of Wands, dropping those burdens and walking away from that. And what you're walking towards is the Sun. The Sun could be a Leo you're walking towards, but at the same time, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So I think the advice for you is, like I said, don't be afraid to say no to people, especially those who take advantage of you, have been taking advantage of you, and walk towards the happiness. Work towards what's good for you, what makes you happy. All right? I hope that makes sense. So that's what I have for you, Pisces, for this reading for this month. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Pisces, have an amazing January.